Was really close to not being here on time. Excuse me, why? I grabbed for my water. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. It is a live. It's not June yet, is it?
No.
Do you know I've actually got the month wrong?
Why?
Because, do you know it's not actually alive today? Because it's the first... Okay, so today isn't supposed to be alive because I thought this was June. And now it's not June, we're still in May. So I'm literally going mad. Hello from Colorado, USA. Hello, hello. Hello from India. I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. I thought we were in June. I just suddenly remembered that we're in May. Hi, Toronto. Hello, Holland. Welcome to everyone's joining. Hello, Dubai. Hello, hello. Yes, I wasn't actually expecting to do a live because I thought that I'm in June and I'm actually in May. I honestly don't know where I am. Good morning, good morning, good morning from home firm. Good morning. Nice to see everybody. So I'm probably going to be back next Sunday because evening Tasmania, Australia, because for some weird reason I actually thought it was June. And I don't know what suddenly clicked in my brain. You do. You get another run next week. There is 2 lives because I screwed up. Anyway, nice to chat to you all. How are you doing? It's quite sunny. It's a weird day today. Yesterday was quite... I mean, this is so British and talking about the weather, but yesterday it was a bit rainy, quite a bit rainy and quite overcast because we've had a phenomenal run of weather. And then today, the sun comes in, the sun goes in, the sun comes out, the sun comes in. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag. You can't see me. I hope you can. Tell me if you can't see me, but that would be really weird if you can't. So lots to tell you. Where to begin? After this live, my hair has gone a bit wrong. You know when you sleep on damp hair? I feel like I need to do that. What was I saying? After this live, so I'm making changes in the studio room opposite. I call it. You can see me. Great. We're making changes to one of the rooms opposite my office opposite my studio, because we shoot in there a lot, and there's quite a lot of big furniture in there, and it's just a lot of schlepping around all the time, and I don't use it enough. So I thought it would be fun to have a Stoop sale. So I'm getting rid of my corduroy sofa and ottoman and huge coffee table and little tables for like 30 quid and a vase full of botanicals for 20 quid. And I'm going to post everything that I'm selling on the feed at 12. And if you want it, Graham yesterday hired a van, took it all to the shop, nearly killed us. Chairs for massively reduced, etc, etc. It's all in the store and they're just ones of. So that will go up at 12 o'clock. And once it's gone, and you have to collect it from the store. So, and the room is in a complete state of complete mess. And I don't know, it's funny, isn't it? Because as a designer, you have something in your head that you think is going to work and where I want things to be, and then I've put things in place and they didn't work, and all yesterday was like, anyway, Graham is mad, taking things upstairs, downstairs, it's very, to the warehouse, not to the warehouse, to the store, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, one advantage, I guess, of being in this business is I have a whole store of things that I can just go and nab. So yesterday, all these great big shaggy rugs came back, and this massive cabinet came back, none of which worked. All then went back to the shop. And so, yeah, we're sort of beginning again. Anyway, nice to join. And even though I've got completely my dates wrong. I think maybe it was a bank holiday that's thrown me, because it's a bank holiday today, Monday. It's a bank holiday on Monday. Monkey is just sitting here looking at me, desperate to be fed. Dopamine decor, I don't, it's in, it's out. I don't really, I think the thing with trends is just forget them. If you're into the trend, do it. If you're not into the trend, don't do it, right? The whole point of decorating is it should make you happy. So I have, in this house, designed rooms to make me never want to leave. Like, I don't ever want to leave the rooms in this house. Because they kind of wrap me up in this big hug. And that was one of the dilemmas. I mean, I'll take you on a little tour upstairs and you can see we are in a state of utter mess, right? So do not judge. And you'll see how I'm trying to build, because I felt that the room that I had, because we were shooting in it so much and the pieces of furniture were quite substantial, it was really hard for me to want to make it look cozy, because every 2 weeks it was all, it's like really big pieces, and it kind of did my back in. So now it's gone a little bit tighter in, but I'll show you. It's not, Monkey, are you all right if I leave you down here for 2 minutes? Here's Monkey. It's not in the best of states, so you'll have to excuse the mess. I mean, because it's in a right old mess. But anyway, you'll sort of see where I'm beginning. I mean, look at the state of the hallway. Okay, Graham's in my way. So here is what I'm doing. So I've just done the mantle. I need a few more flowers for the mantle. Bought this chair, which I'm obsessed with, called Alma. This is a Pasha rug. Oh, I did the mantle. The mantle is really working, I think. And this painting is coming in really soon. So got to get a bit more flour in there, run to the shop on that, but this is really working. And then I think I'm going to get a Mendina coffee table to go into this. Let me come back on you. To go into the section where Graham is now. And then I've just put that art up over there. I've got the art there. I need to get something here, but I can't find that imminently. So that's a TBC. This stall is for work, so she can look out. And that's kind of where we're at the moment. Oh, and then I kind of zhudged up the hallway. So that's kind of, it's not finished on any level, but I'm happier with it than I was. And that's kind of the room. And we never really sit in it. So it's a funny one, that room, because I feel that when I want to relax, I want to come down the stairs into this area, right? So this is kind of where we kind of chill, this area down there. So that's kind of where we chill. So, yeah, it's difficult. Monkey, look, you can't be fed yet. Daddy's not down here. Monkey. I know, it's too early for lunch. It's too early, my love. It's too early. Right, let me just switch you around. Okay. Oh. Any ideas for a small box room, nursery, north facing? Also want to think about themes for nursery. What do we think about themes for nursery? I'm thinking of vintage searches. So up to you on themes. I'm not a theme person. Summer Earth, Rocky Desert, also really beautiful for nursery because they've got real warmth. Loving it, love it. Do you have a TV? In that room, no, because it's not really an area I'd want to watch TV in. In this room, see the sofa? On the opposite wall is a TV, but I'd never watch TV up there, ever. It's kind of like a chill out, library-esque. That it's just, I can't, even with having a warehouse on my hands, I can't just get the vibe in one go. So it's taking a bit of toing and froing. And I think, it's the trouble and the disadvantage, I sound like I'm being really moany, with having a Victorian house is there's a lot of stairs, right? But there's 2 of us in this house and 2 dogs. So we're not utilising all these rooms. And I think it's always bugging me that I'm not utilising that room enough. And then I got to the point thinking, listen, every other room is kind of utilised. If there's one, there's one, so don't worry. So inspired by that run through, feeling more confident to make the changes I have in my head. Yeah, it's hard because, I haven't, what I saw in my head went wrong, and then you kind of have to take everything out. And anyway, Drongos, no, they're not back in. A different kind of pendant is coming back in, a little bit fuller, but I don't think I'm doing it in black. Love the idea of the stair half landing opening onto the double high extension. So clever. I know, I love that too. Is that all open on your landing, could you fall? No, it's glass. You couldn't possibly, health and safety would never have allowed us to do this, so it's just clear glass. So you don't have to worry about having a few too many and then you crashing through the balcony. I've painted my front door forest green, the window next to it, and the trim is black. Do you think I should paint it all green? I personally would, because I feel it might make it a bit more seamless, but you know, it's so totally up to you. There isn't really any wrong and there isn't really any right. I feel that for me, when you're not having, when you're not kind of distracting the eye with another colour, it feels a little bit more expansive. Texture, but then I have cats. I know I have dogs. Texture is one of the most under-considered components that we could ever do, right? Because if you feel that a room is lacking personality, character, squidginess, texture will totally turn that around. Monkey, come on. Would you paint all the outside conservatory glass in railings and paint the deck black, or would that be too much? No, I think it would be really seamless and lovely. What type of paint do you paint the floors? Well, we don't specifically sell floor paint, so I just use eggshell, but then because I have so many rugs down, it's not getting all the traffic that it would normally get. But eggshell pretty much works over our floorboards. We have a Victorian house too, and a thinking stage for a kitchen side return. Any sign posting? Tying myself in knots. I totally understand. We have a Victorian house and thinking stage for kitchen side return. Any sign posting inform inspiration? I don't know what you mean, sorry. I have a small 1-bedroom flat. I have 2 rooms painted brown and 1 room painted black, plus a natural cream coloured room. I'm stuck for ideas. I don't want too much brown or colour. Well, if you've got 2 rooms painted brown and 1 room painted black and brown is a beautiful combination going on. And then you've got a cream coloured. I wondered if you could go for something that's very soft, almost like a plaster colour, like a pinky plaster colour, which will totally connect the cream, the brown and the black. Farrenball will do a colour that is very similar to plaster. We do a colour too called Java, and that would be a lovely warm colour connecting all those colours together, and it would also feel incredibly cohesive. And just remember in your cream room to add in accessories that have got elements of black in them and brown in them, so as you transition from room to room you'll get this really incredible flow. Would you consider bringing your masterclass into the upstairs room? No, sorry, those days are over. She says, and then marketing will go, please, there's so many people DMing. It's really hard to do it in this house now because we've turned the top, one of the bedrooms on the top floor into a closet. The bedroom that the school was in is now a guest bedroom. And so it's just not easy to take that whole bed out, have no one ever coming and staying over and running it as a class. And I did have another idea because there was this little, there's this cute little location space 2 minutes from my house. And I thought maybe I could hold it in there and then everybody could come here, walk around here, have lunch here, and then we go back there. So then I wouldn't have to take any rooms apart. That's an idea I'm semi-percolating. So it would literally be based there. We'd do all of the slideshows there and then come here, lunch here, go back there and then come back here for like champers. But my only problem is my schedule is a bit manic with long haul flights. And that's my only problem. Would you sell your house for a great price? Someone knocked on my door once, an American, and asked if I would sell the house with everything in it. And I immediately said no. And then I thought, damn, I should have asked her how much she would have paid. I don't know. Never say never, right? I've just colour drenched my dining room with the Desert Earth paint. That sounds phenomenal. It's south facing. I'd like to add a dining table and chairs. What colour? Oh, you could go black, Black and desert are a beautiful combo, or you could go a lovely sort of creamy calico-y colour. I wouldn't go too wooden browny, but I would either go kind of on the lighter scale of wood to have a real contrast, or something like black, which could look, or grey, which could look really beautiful. Floor paint, Rust-Oleum has a great collection of colours of paint specifically for floors and laminate cupboards. Nice. I always want my floor though to match my walls. Are the Crittall double glazed? Yes, they keep all the warmth in. We don't have no heating down here in this whole floor, apart from what's coming from underfloor on the concrete, and it's so toasty. It's time to do a review of home spaces in Spa by Abigail Ahern. Marketing would love it. Yeah, they would love it. Yes, I mean, I can't even imagine the conversation on Tuesday. Like, why have you done a live? It's, you know, we haven't advertised it. You're not supposed to do it. Thought it was June. I don't even want it to be June because I don't want the summer to go. I want the summer to like slow. But now, yeah, literally mad. Literally mad. Don't know how I've got myself so confused. Furniture colour for a total green room. I think, you know, there's lots of different ways you could go. You could go quite neutral, not this chair, because obviously you wouldn't lounge on this chair, it's like a sweet little occasional. You could go neutral, which would always look beautiful with green. Or you could go more pinky, see down there, which is a phenomenal colour with green. And if you went pinky and a bit neutral and added a bit of brown, see how that's really lovely? It's really lovely. Loving your new range with Ruggable, thank you. Furniture colour for total green room answered, am I reading any great books? You know I should be. But you know, or you might not know, but the American tariff sitch caused so much internal stress to my business. I won't go into it or bore you too much about it, but a big part of our business is America. And when we were hit with tariffs of 145%, it caused a lot of stress. Sleepless nights, anxiety, what are we going to do? Are we going to halt production? And so during that whole month, which felt like 3 years, and the zillion meetings I held and scenarios A, B, C, D, E through to Z, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We can't pay them. What are we going to do? Means that I haven't had any opportunity to kind of relax, have any kind of nice time other than being completely stressed out or even thinking about reading a book. So right now, no. Luckily, unlike some other people, and I don't know what made me do it, but I had an internal, and also I knew they couldn't really remain at 145%. We didn't stop production, and all the factories were calling me up to say, are you sure? Everybody has stopped production. Everybody, like major players have stopped production, and you're telling us you don't want to stop production. And I'm like, don't stop production, just keep going, just keep going. And we had 10 days because stuff is now on the ocean. And if these tariffs didn't come off, we wouldn't, I mean, I can't even tell you the stress. I was looking at other markets, I was going to Australia, I was going to Europe. I mean, it was literally crazy, but we didn't stop production. And then the tariffs came down. And so now we're back to normal. More or less, they're slightly higher than normal, but you know, they're doable. And yeah, so it's been a very stressful, bumpy month. April was just racked with stress and scenarios, because obviously you try and mitigate for storms when you have a business, and it's always going to be stormy, and there's always going to be headwinds, and there's always going to things are going to happen that are very unexpected that you haven't planned for. But then when it got to this level, it was like we can't even get anything in because we'll go broke. We literally can't get anything in. And so the stress that was causing, anyway, that's all gone. So now I've got my life a bit more back together. My weekends I couldn't even settle. I was like pacing, thinking, what the f*** are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do? Now it's gone a bit more back to normal. So I will hopefully do a bit more reading, but that has not been on the agenda for the last sort of 5 to 6 weeks, because it's just trying to work out what other markets to go. Anyway, I won't even go on about the craziness of it. And also the people who did pay those tariffs, I can't even, we were talking like over £500,000 to pay on tariffs that we hadn't even allotted any money for. So all of those people that had to pay them, I can't even imagine how they must be feeling. I mean, literally mad. Anyway, so that was the crazy month. And then the business was busy, and so I didn't really have any, I just felt April was just a really weird month for me mentally, because it's really hard to then plan on next season's. Anyway, the damage that Orange Critter is doing, I know to this world, I know it's very unsettling and worrying and troubling. And a lot of smaller businesses have been really hit by it. Even like the really big fish stop production. So we were talking to one factory, and it was a mega, I won't say who it is, but a mega retailer in America, and they turned back 80 containers because they didn't want to pay they couldn't pay the tariffs. So anyway, we did not stop production, and everything is now landing into America. So happy things have worked. Well, thank goodness. I know, thank goodness. So now I'm hoping, I mean, all weekend we've been on this room. Graham's like, do you think that we actually can ever have a bit of like downtime? Yes, honey. We can. We just need to get a few things sorted. Do you sell outdoor garden chairs, lounge, relax? No. We don't. I'm sure lots of other people do. Ours aren't so super loungy. There's a real gap in the market, and I'm working at the moment on a factory of bringing in some kind of bean-baggy, loungy chairs for SS26, just trying to make the pricing work, because I feel there's a real gap. Sorry to ask a follow-up question regarding the pink paint for the small one-bedroom flat. Would Golden Sky work with your paint colour? Golden Sky. I don't think we have a paint colour called Golden Sky. I'm pretty sure we don't. I can double check for you. Hold on. Oh, goodness me. It's not easy. I was lifting this cabinet yesterday. Had an Addison Lee driver who wouldn't actually help Graham and I. I've really done something to my back. It's just really annoying. Right, let me go in, because it's quite possible we have, and my head is... We do have Golden Sky. Funny. I know the colour. I had originally called it something else, and the team changed it. Right, let me ask you. Let me just see. Would Golden Sky... Yeah, I mean, Golden Sky is a beautiful colour. Let me just bring that up and show you guys. I mean, do you see how much warmth there is in it? It's so warm. So yes, totally. I think, listen, paint is so personal, but if you plump for warmer colours, you're immediately going to envelope your room in warmth. And if you plump for colder colours like the whites and sort of more icy blues, then immediately it's going to feel a little bit colder. So then you've got to really ramp up the warm colours in all your furnishings and accessories. But if you start with a warm colour, even in south-facing rooms, you're just adding warmth onto warmth onto warmth onto warmth, and it looks so beautiful. We always find strength when everything has gone crazy. Yeah, I know. That's very true. Are you losing weight with your diet lifestyle? I never weigh myself. I think I'm maintaining. So for me, last week was a really, really bad week because I had to go to various things, and shooting is impossible with shooting because the days are mega. We were shooting. So last week was generally a really bad week, but if I have a bad week or a few bad days, it's so easy to get back on track. So I stopped my latest meal in the evening. I mean, I can't do this if I'm going out, and that's when it all gets a bit tricky, by 7. So I want to have eaten my last meal at 7. And then I really am not going to be eating again till 12/1 the next day. And if I have enough protein, I'm not hungry. And that's called intermittent fasting. Now, with intermittent fasting, you cannot have coffee with any kind of milk in it or flavoured teas. I don't even think you can have tea. You're just allowed black coffee. And it's been shown in quite a lot of studies to actually, I was listening to a podcast last night when I couldn't sleep properly, and it really slows down Alzheimer's and dementia. It helps not get it. It eats up all nasty cells. If you Google it, there's so much about intermittent fasting. And I think it's funny because I was listening to someone the other day, and I can't remember who it was. Dr. Mindy Peltz, it may be. And it was Dr. Mindy Peltz, who's very for intermittent fasting. And Zoe has done a lot of things on it, and lots of people in the wellness industry have. And she was saying, listen, like when you hit that like 10, 11 o'clock, for me, it's not about food. I never want to eat anything before like 12 or 1. I just want a proper coffee with milk in, and I can't have it. And she said, you know, it's meant to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. And you just have to get yourself in this mindset, and everyone in the industry with fasting calls it a window. Your window is not open yet. So you kind of want to go to about 16 hours, between 14 minimum, really 16 and 17, and even if you could nudge forward to 18, you're doing so much goodness internally. And so I've just maintained my weight. I never look at my weight. I never think about my weight. So your eating window becomes a lot smaller, and I don't have quite as many carbs as I used to have. How do you bring the outside space inside? We have built modern upside house in Victoria Mall Garden. I need to decide on colour schemes. Any kind of earthy colour will immediately do it, whether that's a really soft brown or a really soft green. And if you can bring in elements that you might use outside, so any kind of baskets that you would see in rattan furniture outside, all of those earthy colours outside. So there's a real connection between inside and outside. It will really help you. Greens and foliages, like can you see the foliages behind me? Constantly connect and bridge inside, outside, will totally help you. Love your fin pot. Is it suitable for any plant? If so, would you put a plant in it? The fin is really large, right? I wouldn't plant it. Let me just bring it. I love the fin too. In fact, I don't think we've got, yeah. I wouldn't, because it's so mega. This is the fin. Can you see how big that pot is? I mean, it's literally, actually, I don't know if my internet's going to go, but can you see, this isn't the fin, this is a vintage thing I got from India. Can you see that plant pot out there in the garden, the big one beyond the tree? Right, I'll see how far I can go out without the internet going. There's nothing in it. It's just a piece of beautiful sculpture. So, can you see? See, look, it's just a piece of beautiful sculpture. So you might not need to even put anything in it. Oh, and we have, I can't show you, the sun's so bright. Let me go in. We have a bird family living in our garden. So this is Mile a Minute. It's gone completely mad. And normally we would be really chopping this back quite regularly, but up there is a robin, 2 robins, and I don't know where the babies are, but they live there, and they come out and they sit on this tree in the evening, and they look at us and we look at them, and they're so sweet, and I love them. And last night they didn't come out, and I said to Graham, why, what's the matter with them, do you think they're sick? We had this whole thing about, it's like, can't we just watch Clarkson's Farm while we're talking about this bird family? I'm like, but we need to see. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder if I should leave them like little bits of burlap out to make their home a little bit more, you know, stylised. Graham's like, you've lost it. That colour is good. I'm stuck. Painted my bedroom beautiful dark green, but I just can't finish decorating. Now I think it might be the wrong colour. I don't know. I really can't pinpoint the problem. I know you're feeling... When I've painted a room the wrong colour, and I'm like, I don't know if it's the colour, I don't know if it's the furnishings, I'm just not quite sure what it is. It could be the colour, or you haven't got enough texture. So if I take you up to my bedroom, I can't think what state my bedroom's in, so you're going to have to also excuse me. Oh, stay there, monkey. I won't be a minute. See, look, I'll show you. This is where the bird family live. Up there. Isn't that sweet? Honey, I'm just going upstairs to show everybody. Look at the state of this house. But Monkey's on his own. Mungo's got dementia, so I don't like him being left because he gets stuck in weird corners. And I don't like it. Oh, look, this painting's coming in. Actually, let me go upstairs. There's mess everywhere. Right, hold on. This painting is coming in really soon. And this will really connect indoor and outside. It's this really beautiful green colour. I'm talking of paintings. This painting is coming in really soon. Love that painting. And this painting is coming in really soon. Anyway, let me show you my bedroom. So sometimes, because the bed takes up the largest amount of square footage, we need to really accessorize the bed with lots of, like, you've got green, so you might want lots of lovely creams. Will really help warm it up with a texture, and then get some kind of cream throw on your bed. That will really help. So can you see in this bedroom, if I stand back here and just kind of take you through how much texture there is in this room? There's texture with the botanicals, there's texture with the rug. If you could get like a cream rug down, you might just want to add and lift it with creams. It might really help you. It might really help you. That the brown colour was called Golden Sky. See, I mean, that's quite a big dark colour. And then the creams really lift it, and lots of plants and botanicals. So, right, let me go down. I feel like I'm going to fall on things that are just... It's just this floor that is in a bit of a car crash right now. As we have, so... Oh, you haven't gone and seen Monkey. And then I'm now going to work on this. This is the new Karachi rug that's come in. And I've just redone the mantelpiece. So I'm thinking about, this is a sample, I'm thinking about putting this pot into production because it's so sweet. And then this pot also is its baby sister. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, doggy voice. Right, let's go down the stairs. The stairs. Oh, look, and the sun's come out now. That's really nice. I hope it's going to be really like a nice... I think tomorrow is not supposed to be nice, but I would really like a nice sunny Sunday afternoon. Please repeat. Golden Sky is the name of the colour. Intermittent fast is good. Would Solbido go with Java? Oh, both. Solbido is the name of my boucle curtains. Beautiful. Hello from sunny Cyprus. Do you know when the Cleveland console is back? Seems like ages since it's been available. No, I need to ask the team on that, not off the top of my head. Sorry. Podcasts are which are my favourite podcasts? Depends. So if I want to put a podcast on in the evening that kind of knocks me out and makes me sleep, this sounds a really terrible thing to say, but then I'll listen to it again in the day. I listen to Intermittent Fasting by Gin Stevens and The Fasting Highway by Graham Curry, because it's kind of long and I just sort of drift off to sleep. Diary of a CEO. I listen to The Splendid Table is a foodie one I listen to. I listen to Lizelle's wellness one. The Kitchen Cabinet with Jay Rayner. It goes between food and wellness, basically. Thank you for considering an adapted masterclass. A visit to Check AA, however brief, is on my bucket list. You're such an inspiration. I've been following you since I was a kid. You're the perfect balance between minimalism and maximism with your contrast and text is stunning and perfection. Thank you. I have an open plan. That's very sweet. Thank you. I have an open plan lounge kitchen and wanting to paint each room a different colour. How do I paint the ceiling? So unless you've got this, let me just get back. Hold on. Unless you've got... So you see that the ceiling is a different height, so I can get away with it. Or I've got a beam going across here. I mean, I haven't painted the ceiling. This ceiling isn't a different colour from this ceiling. But if you are, you need some kind of beam. You can't just paint each ceiling in an open plan space a different colour without a beam intersecting it, because it will look really silly. So also with the colours in your open plan space, hopefully they would really flow together. They wouldn't be really jarring. So they would, just as you transition through, they would sit really beautifully together. So you would choose one and you just do the whole thing in that one. Had to pop off. Did I miss a mention of masterclass? No, sorry, there isn't. I was just saying that I'm DM'd about it a lot. I'm asked about it a lot. I can't host it in my house. And if I did it, there's a location venue down the road, which is 5 minutes from here. And I could do it there. And people could come here for lunch or even champagne or whatever. It's just I've got a lot of long haul travelling coming up. My friend and I just got a blue and cream corner sofa. She's asking what colours to paint the walls. If it's blue, which is a cold colour, that's okay. Any kind of beautiful olive would be amazing. Like a burnty caramel would be really amazing to kind of warm it up. Or you could go a lovely plastery colour. Yes, we ship all over the world. Like a pinky colour, that would really work. For outdoor pavers, do you reckon dark or light, cream house, dark grey, fence, help? You kind of want them to go away, I would say. So mine are light, but you could also have them dark. There isn't any right or wrong. So you sort of want the furniture to float on it and be the star and not the pavers be the star. So you could go dark with lovely great big pots that are green, which look really beautiful. Or you could go light. Because you've got a dark grey fence, it might be nicer to go dark. But then you need to make sure that your furniture can still kind of stand out. Does that make sense? New art looks great, thank you. Did you see your outdoor sofa at the Chelsea Flower Show? Did you watch any? If so, I didn't see anything of Chelsea because, I was harking on about the whole American thing because all the tariffs came off like a week or so ago. And there's been, coincidentally at the same time, some incredible things happening with America. I've been which I can't really talk about yet because it's very early days, but it is potentially phenomenal. I haven't watched any TV. Terrible. The only thing I watched was Con Mom on Netflix and Jeremy Clarkson. But I really will go and watch Chelsea. Are your curtains on the website? Yes, they are, but under Hillary's. So Hillary's blinds and then put in my name. What colour walls do you have with your pickle kitchen, please? Dark. So they're black, which was Hudson black, but then we've got a bleaker black in the new range, which is really similar. Can you explain how to display Drongo lampshades? Just 1, 2 at the same height, same colour. I think it depends on what you're hanging them over. So if you're hanging them over a dining table, e.g., let's say you've got a dining table underneath which anchors it. You could have two, one slightly higher than the other one, so they look like this. And they could be the same colour, and you wouldn't want them, if you went for a different colour, you would want those colours to be really similar, because otherwise it would look a bit weird. Or if you've just got one in a room, you would hang it in the middle of your ceiling rows and just have one, but lower than feels imaginable. So two look really nice when you've got something anchoring it, like a table or a console. Bit odder if you've got nothing under it in a room, if that makes sense. Any new bath products you're using? Wildsmith, obsessed with. Everything by Wildsmith. So the body cream I just put on this morning, the stillness oil is just amazing, and I love it, and I use all their products, and it's all organic and natural. And dinner plans for today. Oh, well, I've just made some for lunch. Can I tell you lunch before supper? Because I can remember lunch and I don't know what's for supper. So for lunch I baked a courgette and rosemary soda bread from Riverford, and I'm going to have it with some mackerel creme fraiche rocket, and then I just pickled some onions. Here, look, here's my soda bread. Soda bread! And then I just pickled some onions, and I'm going to have it with creme fraiche and some rocket. And then this evening, okay, I'll tell you this evening. No, Carl Richards is leaving Housewives. It's not possible. That's really shocked me. That's really sad. Oh, I love Carl. So this is this week's menu. Courgette and halloumi skewers with quinoa salad. Roasted charred broccoli, which you stir in some roasted feta. Oh God, you're going to think I'm really broccoli obsessed. A broccoli pizza, which is amazing, with burrata and sun-dried pesto. Black bean veggie burgers, which we had last night. A smoky Spanish cooked rice. A bean dip, an avocado and white bean dip with a roasted chicken and some barbecued little gem lettuces. And then I'm doing leftover chicken from the roast with fennel, lemon and pepperoni bake. And then a sun-dried pesto that I'm making with sun-dried tomatoes and some almonds and some basil and a bit of lemon. And then I'm roasting onions, collie, red peppers, portobello mushrooms and working that through. And that's it. That's my week. That's my week. So that's my plans for dinner. Carl Richards is leaving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's not possible. No! Please can I ask which of your paint colours would go with a light milk shade bed? Java, because it's beautiful. Let me have a look. Sandstone Shadow is beautiful. Weathered Linen is beautiful. Moody Sage is beautiful. They're really beautiful. Yum delicious. Yes, me too. Remind us, where can we have details of your Stoop sale? So, in 15 minutes, I'm going to come off here and then I'm going to publish the video that I took of all of the pieces that we were selling from that room upstairs. And then you call the store, 0207 354 8181. I'm giving you the heads up, 0207 354 8181, or you email the store, islingtonstore@abigailahern.com to secure it. So chairs are going for, one chair's going for about 100 quid, a big ottoman going for about 70 quid, a vase with botanicals in going for 20 quid, another chair going for like 500 quid. And so you just call or email the store to nab it, and it's all gone to the store. It all sounds delicious, especially the black bean burgers were really nice. So I did that last night. You grate in a beetroot, a carrot, chai seeds and black beans, and mush it all together with a few cumin and paprika, mush it all together, form it in little patties, and then you fry it off and then have it in like a brioche bun with some cheese, and it's really nice. I'm leaving King's Lynn now to get to the store. Morning. So yes, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And yesterday, I wasn't even planning to have a Stoop sale of the pieces in the room. And I just thought, you know what? Let's just do it. And Graham's like, really? Really? Anyway, I know Dorrit's getting divorced from PK. And also, I heard that Lisa, sorry to anyone that doesn't watch Housewives, but I watched them on the plane. Lisa Vanderpump is supposed to be coming back. I wonder if that's why Carl's leaving. I know Dorrit is divorcing PK. Beverly Hills is my favourite one. And I just binged it where was I in China? Yeah, I binged the whole thing. But I can't believe Carl's leaving. I ordered the Fin vase. Do you know if the delivery guys will bring it into my garden? I don't know if I could move it. Can you ask the store about that? Because I don't know if you ordered, you can get that delivery service, but not the store, sorry, customer services at abigailahern.com. They don't work today, they're in tomorrow. But it's not terribly heavy. Graham lifted it and took it out back, and I also lifted it. It looks heavy. It isn't light, but you might be able to do it. And if you needed a special service, you can order that, but you just need to tell the guys. It's a lot of... I didn't get into Yellowstone. Do you know, I don't know why. I think because I found it a bit... Some of the scenes I found a bit nasty. I'm really terrible. Our delivery guys brought our Fin vase into our garden. There you go, sorted. Do the very large pots have drainage holes in the bottom? Does the Fin have a drainage hole in the bottom? Can't remember. Might be on site. I know, Lisa Vanderpump returning, love. She was one of my faves. She's always made it. I know. I just logged on. Can you give me a recap on what you're selling? It won't be online. It will just be on Instagram. So it is a corduroy chair and ottoman. The chair's 100, the ottoman 70. It's the massive, great big, long coffee table that was a console, like mega piece of wood, quite carved and beautiful. A couple of side tables, a Ryland lamp, a mirror, a vase of botanicals, a couple of more chairs, a Marva chair, which is very much discounted, 400 quid I think the Marva chair, and an Orleans chair at 500 quid. Carl almost bought a new house. Carl almost bought her new house, which is next to Lisa P. Well, Elisa P. Comeback would be huge. I know. Can't believe all of this information on Housewives. Can't believe it. And I don't allow myself to watch it unless I'm on a plane. So I go through these massive, like I'm on long haul. So coming back from China, it was 14 hours. 14 hours of Housewives. I don't sleep on planes because I have to be highly alert for any noises because I'm not a good flyer. So I have to be really vigilant. How long does it take to enjoy black coffee? I don't think you ever do. I mean, people say they do. I don't. I hate black coffee. I don't hate it, but I'm into now having one. And if I don't have it, it feels like the fasting thing is absolutely horrendous to get through. So it kind of sorts me out. Like I feel like I've had a bit of a shot until I can have my coffee with milk. But do I really sit there and go, oh my God, this coffee, I'm so loving it? Never. And I know some people say they do like black coffee, but I actually don't. Oh, and don't forget to listen to Charlie Pride for your country music fix. I will. Lisa Vanderpump, I will. So yeah, it's weird with the black coffee, and I have mine in like a little espresso thing, so it's sort of done in a minute, and I kind of like lingering and having a really nice coffee, but then I enjoy my coffee with milk even more once I've kind of got that window open. And also I think the whole thing about, if we're talking about intermittent fasting, is don't beat yourself up if you have 1 or 2 days that you're not doing it. Bravo's Love Hotel is a new guilty pleasure. Oh, Countess Leanne is great on it. Oh, I'll have to look at that. I hear you, me too. Also, The Housewives of New York, the latest version. Yes, just watch that. Just watch Housewives. I've hardly got any Housewives left, and I've got to do so much on a plane. I think I've got Salt Lake, Potomac, Miami. Oh, and I really got into Selling the OC, which is another reality rubbishy show. And there's also Selling LA. I really got into that. Will Java look good with lots of green plants and faux botanicals? Yes, it's a beautiful soft pinky colour. Beautiful. No, I pulled out of Interior Design Masters, I'm afraid. They film a year in advance, and I was supposed to film the final that's coming up in Wales. And because we'd launched in America and it was all really crazy, I just found myself feeling a bit fed up with being pulled in so many different directions. So I pulled out of Interior Design Masters, and I pulled out of it again. And I won't do it anymore. And I loved doing it. I did it for 5 series, but there's just too many directions of being pulled in this biz. And I'm so glad with all the tariff stress, I don't know how I would have kept it together. So I'm not on it, but I'm sure it's amazing. How much is the coffee table in the sale? Can you remember how much the big oaky coffee table was? No. I want to say 500, but literally it will all be published really soon. You have 2 white sun lounges on white floor tiles, black clad building. Could I have 2 limestone colour lounges, or do you stick with the white? No, you totally can. You totally can. Did you watch Selling London? Don't know the name of the show. No, it's so weird that I don't really love that many British shows. I don't know why. So I tend not to watch Housewives of UK, whatever the hell that's called, or Selling London. It's really weird. I much prefer watching shows from other countries. I really don't understand. Don't ask me why. Oh, they're saying The Secret Wives. No, I haven't seen the programme, The Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives. And thank you for saying I need to look after myself. I mean, lots of people that I told are like, you said no to a major TV show being a guest judge, and you're really silly, and that's not good for your profile. And I just thought, well, yeah, I understand that whole point. But also, I think, I have to always follow my heart, and my absolute love is my business, and it always has to take priority. And I think the trouble was, because and also it was off the back of doing a lot of traveling, of which I'm doing more and more, and I was just finding myself getting more and more grumpy and waking up and going, oh God, have I really got to go and do that? And these are quite major things that most people would really be thankful for. And I had to check myself and go, don't push yourself into doing all these different things if it's making you unhappy. And I have no And I think because the business is kind of like this roller coaster, and it was making me unhappy just doing so many different things, when I started scaling it back, a bit like not doing design classes, you know, I loved everyone coming here, I loved meeting everyone, but I had no weekends. And I would, and I wasn't aware, and obviously no one from the team would really say, apart from my sister who works for the biz, she'd be like, "You're so moody." And I'm like, "Oh God, really? I don't feel moody." She's like, "You're just moody." And she's like, "Because you haven't had a weekend off in like 3 months." And so that's why I kind of started pulling back to sort of check myself. Anyway, agreed, good for you. House Out of London coming. I'm walking around houses. You are talking, making lists of what I need to revise. It's on Netflix. Oh my God, I'm watching it. Thank you. That's going to be a plain one. Watch what you like. I watch crappy. Oh, exactly. Watch what you like. There are only so many hours in a day. Spend them doing what you want to do. Thank you. Nothing wrong with a bit of crap TV now and again. No. And I can't watch. I can't. I'm not good on planes. I'm not relaxed. I don't enjoy it. I don't think great on a plane. I just think I'm in a tin can hurtling through the air. This is not normal. I don't like it. What's that noise? What's that noise? Is the air on? Are we going to stop? You know, like I go through 1,000 problems. So then I have to watch like the stupidest shows to just disengage me completely and get really into it. So I know some people are like, "Oh, great, I'm in a plane," and I'm like, "Oh my God," like I'm crossing everything, and it's so. All my housewives get reserved for flying and selling the OC. Oh, the Parisian agency, I must, yes. And I loved Emily in Paris. That's a really sweet little show to get into. So sweet. And I think I saw all of that on a plane because all of my journeys are about, 14 hours these days. Parisian agency is brilliant. I will. Have you got your cowboy boots yet? I haven't. I need to get clothes. I need to get more tops. I need to get cowboy boots. I need to do another playlist. Oh, talking of playlists, and I'll go really quickly, is if you were on our mailing list, I also think it's now on our website, and it's called Catalogue, right at the top of the navigation. There's my latest playlist that I've put there if you page through the pages, along with some really cool recipes. Selling the OC is such a guilty pleasure, I know. And I kind of like Jason. And I can't believe how they're dressed. Like everybody is in heels. Everybody is perfectionly groomed. Like nobody's hair would look like this. Everybody is just perfection. It's just so different to how I would be if I was one of those agents. I would probably be fired. Everybody is just perfectionly groomed. In heels. I don't know how they do it. We have Housewives of Munich or something like that, but it's terrible. Yes, I think so too. What kind of cowboy boots are you getting? I don't know. I need to look at them. I kind of like a boot. I like a clumpy boot. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what style they will be, but I will do a bit of investigation. West facing small spare room with old pine furniture that I don't want to paint. Any ideas? Could you make it into a closet? That's what I did with my spare room. And I've never, ever, ever looked back. Could you turn it into a gym? Mini gym? Could you turn it into a library? I guess it depends on how you want to use the room. And I would also paint a small room in small rooms you can afford to go really dark, because if you paint the ceiling the same colour, you can't see where the ceiling begins and the walls end, and so it feels a lot bigger and really intimate and enveloping. And I think people go wrong with small rooms. They paint it in paler colours thinking I'll make it look bigger, and it actually makes it look smaller, because dark colours recede and warmer colours advance. So I think there's this misnomer that when you paint a room in a light colour, a small room in a light colour, you're actually going to make it look bigger. You're not. You're actually going to make it look smaller. But all the agents are dolled up for the show. Yeah, I guess. I know, I'm like, oh, my other life, I'll just doll myself up, go, here's this house, here's this house, here's this house, here's this house. I know, they probably don't look like that. But I like the idea of even ever getting to that level. I don't think I could ever even get to that level. Not even on Oscar night. But, we can all dream, right? We can all dream. Not even on Oscar night when I get to that level. And everybody is just like perfection. So yeah, that's another one of my boring shows I potentially would watch. So literally 5 minutes before I press the button, and put online, not online, it's actually on my phone. The pieces that are going in the Stoop sale. You love my look, thank you. Sometimes, I think everybody just, you know, we're all so critical, aren't we? We're so critical of how we look. And I always think, it is too high maintenance. I couldn't do it. Trust me, I literally couldn't do it. My style is a lot more boho. Well, it's kind of relaxed because my home is relaxed. Like, I can't stand homes to feel too precious where you feel like you've just got to perch on a chair like this. Honey, can you feed him? Perch on a chair and everything just feels too precious. I want it to feel like a bit, you could just plonk on the chair and you can wear your shoes indoors even if you don't. It's like that whole relaxed living kind of European type vibe that I particularly adhere to and tend to rock as a look. Thinking of painting a spare bedroom in Java, would you paint the beams as well? I don't know if I would. I would paint the ceiling in between the beams depending on whether the beams are old and you love or you've put them in and they're new. And then if they are new, just paint them out, and if not, don't. Love the barrow trousers and pointy golden boots in your recent post. Thank you. Yes, relax, not boho. You always love the things you wear. Yeah, boho, I like boho, but I don't like it when a whole room or a look is boho. Because to me, boho is all about a very kind of relaxed way of living. But then I need to add in some glamorous pieces also. So I need it to feel quite glamorous. Are the sale items collection only? They are. The store can advise on our careers. Outdoor bean bags is a great idea. Also for kids' rooms, they look cool. Could be used elsewhere in the house. Yes, I agree. All right, well, I'm sorry I came on a week early and thinking it was June, and then it isn't. It's actually still May. I will be back next week also because I screwed up. Check out Whiskey Myers for great music. Oh, thank you. I'm going to publish this vid of the pieces that are in my Stoop sale, which have now all gone to the shop. How many would you... No, I don't really have any family photos. They're just in my phone. I just don't... It sounds terrible because I love my family. I just don't want to see pictures of them anywhere on my walls. Looking for light, warm, soft colours, a living room, and burnt orange sofa. Oh, Java would be beautiful. Java. Or all of those soft linen colours. Downstairs, Wattle, Worcester, olive and silt. What upstairs? Maybe Summer Earth or Rocky Desert would be really beautiful. I have a downstairs toilet under the stairs, and you can see the access from my open living room. What can I do about... to block seeing anyone coming in and out of the kitchen? It's a 3-bed. I have a downstairs toilet under the stairs, and you can see the access from my open plan kitchen. What can I do to block seeing anyone coming in and out from the kitchen? It's a 3-bed. I'm not quite sure. I've got a downstairs loo, but literally we've just in the kitchen under the stairs going up to the top of the house, but we just shut the door and paint the door the same as your wall so it completely goes away, and that's kind of what I would do. 3 minutes to go. I'm posting this vid. Happy shopping. Happy Sunday. I hope you've got sun wherever you are. Sorry I came on early by a week, and I will definitely see you next week, and I'll let you know how my courgette, rosemary and soda bread goes, and if it's really good, I'll give you the recipe. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye-bye. Oh, that's really sweet saying you love listening to me. Thank you. Bye.